let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs from. It was way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich, then went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I did it ballin'.
NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Las Vegas Raiders. Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. Fielded in the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. First carry now for Nick Chubb, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Second and 7. Taylor. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Well, one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
First and 10, it's Taylor. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time, but it'll be second down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. Remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Play action, it's Taylor. It's caught inside the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Zach Pascal, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well. Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week, we're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
Mess around and put that thing over your permit. 6 figures every year.
kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be a 2nd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal.
And the Raiders have got him. Sione Taki. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and 11.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And this is caught by Watkins. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
And 12 at the 49-yard line.
On play action, here's Tua. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Deontay Thompson, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
Are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2? Win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that 1st round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Ball carrier.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
I mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. From the gun, it's Taylor. A good throw here, finding Pascal. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Raiders 7, Jaguars nothing.
Taylor, he's going to keep it on the option. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. 12-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
A like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. From the 6. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
First and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Here's Hines. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
Nyheim Hines.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
DJ Moore.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That is incomplete. He was trying to go back to Moore there. And it's second down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Number 34.
It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are back within a score. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice.
He's got him in. Complete. Past the 20. He will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Devontae Adams, 78 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Takes it at the 7. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. Looking to pass. Tua. He's going to look deep for more. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt. This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. And this one's tipped and intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the return will stop right around the 25.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
After the interception, here's Taylor. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
No move to pull the offense. Taylor's going to go for it. 4th down. Here's Taylor. Flush to his right. He's got Adams on the hookup. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. To throw on 2nd and 6. Taylor, they set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Taylor now to throw on 3rd down. And incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really be demoralizing.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Taylor to throw to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Third and goal at the 4-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Takes it at the 7. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
10.
Tua going to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. And I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that's caught inside the 35. Sammy Watkins, he's going to go. And he will be taken down deep in Las Vegas territory. So with a big gainer anyways, he'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down to the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
Now left side on the swing pass. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. That catch good for only a couple.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 11-yard line.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. This will be caught just inside the 10. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Gain on the play. And it's 3rd.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And the Raider D, they get the football back. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. This one caught out wide by Landry. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And this will be a Jaguars 1st down as the tackle made at about the 38. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
And a Jaguar 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 37-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Tua. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now it's Hines. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
He's tackled at the...
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
1st and goal, Jacksonville.
Now Tua. That's complete right around the 8. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Chris Herndon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point attempt to follow here. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14.
Makes the score Raiders 28, Jaguars 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their lead down from 21-14, but still sitting in a great spot. Up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. Escaping the pressure right. This one is incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. They run it again with Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now Taylor on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Throwing again. Taylor. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
On third down, Taylor. That's into the hands of Pascal. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of him.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Davante Adams. His second touchdown of the night. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Marr on for the extra point. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Takes it at the 7. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And it's going to be a short field to work with after this one. It's touchdown at the 45-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at the Jaguars' 45-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll start by running the option to the right. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play.
Jaguars 14.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Another try after the first down sack. Taylor. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the ball. The tackles, usually more of the run stuff and variety. But the way this game is advanced,
You're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys, but let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
46-yard line.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. This one complete to Troy Fumagalli. And he'll get this all the way down inside the Vegas 20. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Devon Godchaux up to make the tackle.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Troy Fumagalli, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars get a score closer. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Makes the score Raiders 35. Jaguars
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. On 1st down, it's Taylor. Taylor hit. He lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Taylor. Intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
1st down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. That is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. The end result, 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Nyheim Hines with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score Raiders 30.
So a 7-point game. They'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that one. They needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it, But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
At the 23-yard line.
Taylor to throw. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice game. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll give it to Chubb. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. They'll try again with Chubb. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by DJ Reed. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Oh, Taylor going to throw. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Third and long, it's Taylor. And he's going to go down again.
Taylor sacked. A loss of 10 yards brings up 4th down.
Here's Sam Cook now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Las Vegas, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for Jackson,